How's it going, everybody? My name is TheStarkz, and welcome to a brand new The Last of Us video. According to some folks on Twitter, The Last of Us Part 3 is rumored to be in development, according to Viewer Anon, probably on the PlayStation 5. Now, this comes from Next Gen Player, which cited that a Twitter channel or page named Viewer Anon claims that The Last of Us Part 3 is rumored and that Naughty Dog is working on this project. Now, I scrolled through some of Viewer Anon's page, and they were saying that if I don't get a screener link to The Last of Us show in 10 minutes, I'm going to, I'm gonna have to drop a scoop. It's not blackmail. I just be too busy watching to tweet. And then they quoted their own tweet and said, "Well, I'm not watching anything. So Dr. Uckman's," it's a joke because Dr. Uckman's a character. And basically Neil Druckmann, his next game is The Last of Us Part 3, which is currently in production at Naughty Dog. And they're saying that I've seen a lot of should we trust this person from new people to the account, so various scoops I've had in the gaming adjacent space. I revealed a whole lot of The Last of Us related show details, examples being Ashley Johnson as Anna, was the first to mention the existence of Crash Bandicoot 4, etc. Gaming isn't my main industry, but I know some fun people, basically. Now, this is all pretty exciting. Now, you know, I'm a huge fan of Naughty Dog, and I'm a even more fan of their video games. And for a while now, I've kind of been on the fence with a lot of recent things. Like, I wasn't really in support of the remake. I ended up buying it anyway, but I wasn't the biggest supporter of that. And for me, I would love to see Naughty Dog work on new IPs. However, if this is true, if Naughty Dog is in fact working on The Last of Us Part 3, which has been rumored for, I want to say, over 6 months now. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was Neil Druckmann who came out on Twitter saying that there was an outline, a narrative story outline, a screenplay for The Last of Us Part 3. But there was no indication that the studio Naughty Dog was working diligently on the creation of a third Last of Us. I don't know how much story can be explored in the realm of The Last of Us. I thought that The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 concluded Ellie and Joel's story quite beautifully, and I don't know if Naughty Dog should take that risk with making a third game, but I will support it nonetheless because The Last of Us is one of my favorite IPs that Naughty Dog have created. And if it's true that it's rumored to be in development, I'm so very much excited to see this, especially if it's going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive, which eventually will come out on PC because, you know, that's the new thing nowadays. But besides that, I think this is great news for fans of The Last of Us, fans of Naughty Dog, and everything that they've done for The Last of Us series. And I think it's even better for, you know, gamers like myself who can make videos on this and talk about the game and the rumors and all that other stuff. I will say, though, that I hope Naughty Dog isn't just working on a third game for The Last of Us. I think that there's so much potential that the studio has, and I think they should finally make a new IP that gamers will get excited about. Because we've seen Uncharted and The Last of Us for the better half of maybe a decade now. That's literally all Naughty Dog has put out. And they're great IPs, they're great video games, but as a fan of Naughty Dog, I want them to do something different. Just as I am a fan of Christopher Nolan, for instance. I don't want to just see him do science fiction stories. I want to see him do other things and open up his horizons of creativity. And I hope Naughty Dog will explore that. However, I am hugely excited for The Last of Us Part 3. And if it's true that Naughty Dog's working on this, expect a lot of videos on The Last of Us Part 3 and everything regarding The Last of Us. And Naughty Dog and PlayStation. And so, of course, with that being said, I'm curious to know what you guys all have to think about The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 3. Do you think Naughty Dog is in fact working on this rumored development of The Last of Us Part 3? If so, will you support a third game? Do you think that Naughty Dog have overstayed their welcome with obviously The Last of Us Part 3 apparently being rumored to be in development, or do you think a third game is exactly what Naughty Dog needs to really put out the work and the creativity out there for fans alike? Let me know in the comment section below, and with that all being said, I have been TheStarkz. Peace.